Yes, thanks for staying with us. And the discussion continues concerning the security alerts in Abuja and environs, especially as the United States and the UK have warned Nigeria and about a possible terror alert. Now we're being joined by Alhaji Kazim Mohammed, a public affairs analyst, who will be discussing with us the state of affairs in Abuja right now. He is currently at the Akpo Legislative Quarters in Abuja. Alhaji, good morning and welcome to the show. I'm all right. And how are you doing?
Good morning, Alhaji.
Yeah, good morning,
Thank you for joining us. Bring us up to speed with the current situation of things in Abuja right now.
Yes, according to the fake news or speculations that there could be attack on some of Nigerian cities, most especially the federal capital Abuja. That has caused a lot of panic in people, and people are so wary and very concerned about this alert. Though the Secretary of Police and the Chief of Army Staff have come to say that it is a fake alert, but even at that, people are still panicked because I know of some families that are presently out of Abuja for the sake of this panic, for the sake of the fear of the unknown.
All right, Alhaji, let's take a break. We'll come back to you to continue the conversation. We'll be right back.
Since the young and energetic are the foundation and change agent for a progressive and dynamic society, the era in which a nation was guided by weak hands is rapidly passing into history. In Nigeria, there is a great need and desire for a well-structured economy devoid of insecurity, poverty,
All right, we're still speaking with Mr. Kazim Mohammed right there in Abuja, talking about the security situation in that city. So you are bringing us up to speed with the current situation. Is there panic? Are people, frightened about the alert by the United States and the United Kingdom?
Yes, actually, since last week when this news broke out, people have been trying to be highly cautious over their movement. Even in most of the offices you'll visit here in Abuja, you'll see people trying to be highly skeptical of people around them and what is happening. Like I said initially, I'm aware of some of our family friends that are no longer in Abuja since last week. Some of them left late last week, Friday, Saturday, all in the sake of trying to avoid this crisis, the unknown that could happen. But for people around as well, everybody is highly conscious of his movement. And as it is now, of course, there is a heavy security in the city. For anywhere you go, you find patrol teams of the police and the army, plus the military, around everywhere, every nook and cranny of the city.
But right now, we hear that some schools are even shutting down and some parents are withdrawing their children from these schools. How true is that?
Actually, some schools have shut down in fear of the unknown, as I told you initially, but it is not an official thing. It was not officially announced that schools should close down, but people are trying to be highly conscious of the situation.
Okay, Alhaji, earlier you said the nooks and crannies of Abuja have security personnel, so roaming around.
Heavy security personnel on patrol.
on patrol. Okay. If that's the case, why do you think some malls and schools and other worship centers are still closing down their doors to people? Because if you have such massive mobilization of security personnel, there should be some sort of assurance on the minds of the people.
Yes, actually, you see, it's quite unfortunate that we find ourselves in this kind of a situation where the citizens are not too confident about what the government is doing.
Okay.
I don't know if you're getting my point here.
Yes.
People are not all that confident.
Okay.
You understand that the security patrol and whatever are viewed by the government to protect people and what you call it, property is enough. So people try to be more cautious so that you don't fall into or you don't fall victim of such happenings.
Okay. We read in the papers as well that the FCTA has there's a ban rather on vigilantes carrying firearms, even as 500 million naira is said to be attributed to community policing. If the vigilantes are not allowed to bear firearms in Abuja and surrounding environs, how do they complement the efforts of the security personnel you said are on patrol?
Actually, I'm not a security expert, but the truth of it is this. You see, this is part of what we are saying. The security vigilante groups are well organized, they are registered, and the government is aware of their activities. So, if we want to complement what the security outfits are doing, you just need to arm them. Otherwise, I mean, how do you think they could tackle this kind of situation or issues if it arises?
Okay. So
you expect somebody holding a baton or probably a stick to go and face someone with a gun, or somebody that is ready to explode an IED. So it's quite unfortunate. To me, I mean, it is not ideal. We're supposed to make sure that all the military and the paramilitary formations are well equipped to fight any kind of situation.
Okay. There were reports on Friday that 35 members of the ISWAP terrorist group were apprehended in Abuja. How did that news also, add up or stoke the fears within the Abuja community?
Actually, it aggregated the issues on ground, because when people heard about that, I mean, it's like confirming that truly there is that plan to attack the federal capital. So therefore, that again caused a lot of panic, more panic. You understand? But I think with the presence of the security men on the patrol, as I said initially, it curbs the issue of Franco and what do you call it, chaos.
Yes.
So the situation, as I speak, is still under control. The FCT minister, all the security apparatus had a meeting sometimes last week to make sure that they enforce more security within the city. So, and I believe that is paving way for some level of confidence in the citizens and people around.
But generally, did you see the, meeting, the proposed meeting between President Muhammad Buhari and the service chiefs, which is slated to hold today? Do you see it dousing the tension in the Federal Capital Territory?
Actually, yes, it is, because that will give the citizens high level of belief that the government is up and doing, that they are up to the task, and they are willing to protect people and their properties.
All right, we'll just leave it there. Thank you so much for bringing us up to speed on the current situation in Abuja, Mr. Kazim Mohammed.
Thank you for having me.
And please stay safe.
All
right. We've been speaking there with a public affairs analyst who is currently at Abuja and also bringing us to speed on the situation right there in the Federal Capital Territory. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we will be talking more. Please stay with us.